guys, Ash here and welcome back to another great episode. Today I'm going to show you how you can steal the Dark Elixir from this space with a few Barbarians, Archers, and Minions, and without the assistance of any spells. The first thing you need to do, of course, is to find out if there's anything inside that clan castle by triggering it. So let's see whether we can send in a Barbarian right here on the bottom left to see if it can trigger that clan castle. Remember, the clan castle's radius is 12 tiles long. Okay, so this is the spawnable area. We cannot spawn inside here with the Barbarian. And the clan castle has a 12 tile radius. So let's see if it's within range. So counting from the center right here, that's 1 tile, 2 tiles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tiles. And the clan castle has a 12 tile radius, so no, we can't send in a Barbarian to trigger it. We'll have to remove these buildings first, but that would require us to use up too many Barbarians. Is there a simpler way to trigger that clan castle? Yeah, there is. What we can do is send in a few Barbarians to distract these two cannons, and then send in a wall breaker to trigger that radius of that clan castle by targeting that wall, because the wall breaker is going to ignore these buildings. So that's a safe way we can assess whether there's anything dangerous inside that clan castle. Then we can go about disposing all the troops in the clan castle first if there's anything inside of it. Then attack the space from the north side. Why the north side? Because that's the easiest direction towards the Dark Elixir. It's the closest way. And we don't want to attack from the top left or right sides because there are high HP structures, specifically the storages and the air defenses. They have high HP, meaning if we were to attack from this direction, our Barbarians or Archers would have a hard time breaking through these storages and get attacked by all the defenses behind them. If we attack from the north, there aren't really any high HP structures. Mortars are pretty weak, they have low HP, and we want to remove these splash damaging defenses first because they're the biggest threat towards Barch. We then need to assess all the defenses in our way towards the Dark Elixir if we're going to go towards this direction. So let's draw a line of demarcation outlining the defensive threats in our way. When attacking this base, you should already be able to assess that in your head, but I'll draw it out for you here just to show you. So basically, if we were to attack this Dark Elixir storage with a bunch of archers over the wall, our archers will be safe from the wizard tower here and the mortar here because they're out of range. So all the defenses behind this red line right here, we can neglect all these defenses because they're basically out of range for our archers here. And what else you can observe from here is that the only splash damaging defenses in our way in that case is that wizard tower and the mortar. So, and that other mortar is upgrading, so that's a relief. So basically all we have to do is remove them, and then we can send in a swarm of archers, and there's little the defenses can do to stop us. So basically what we're gonna do is first remove these outlying buildings, and then we're gonna target that wizard tower because that's our biggest threat. And in order to do that easily, we can send in minions to fly over these two layers of walls and dispose that wizard tower. Now, I get a ton of questions about how to control minions, how to direct them towards the direction you want them to go. Most people don't realize that minions are one of the easiest troops to control simply because they are not hindered by any walls, because they fly over them. So basically, you have to ignore all the walls when you're using minions. Next, minions will target the closest building from where you spawn them. So if we want our minions to target that wizard tower, then we will need to remove all of these buildings, all the buildings on top of this red line first. Basically this gold collector, this army camp, the factory, the builder hut, the other army camp, and the elixir collector. We need to remove all of these buildings first, and then we can send in our minion here safely, and that minion will go towards the next closest building, which is that wizard tower. And right after that wizard tower, the bunch of minions are gonna then target the next closest structure, which is that mortar. So that would be great if we can send in our minions here first. And while we're removing the outside buildings with barbarians and archers here, we're gonna send in a pair of wall breakers to break the first layer on top, as the defenses are distracted by our barbs and archers. And right afterwards, we're gonna send in another group of barbarians and archers for safety, and then send in another pair of wall breakers to break the second layer. And remember, there is a mortar in our way, and mortars attack every 5 seconds, so you must safely time your wall breakers so they aren't targeted by the mortar. So once we've broken inside this compartment and removed these splash damaging defenses, we're going to send in a swarm of our archers to take that dark elixir storage. If you have an archer queen, then you can also send her in with your archers. She will make it even easier for you to steal the dark elixir, regardless of her level. I also have a Valkyrie in my army composition, but that's mainly because I've been using her for testing purposes. I got the idea of using a Valkyrie in my army composition from Brandon. If you don't know who Brandon is, he's one of the best farmers in the game and has broken countless records as well. Basically, I like using the Valkyrie as a tank for my archer queen, like a mini barbarian king, because a level 1 Valkyrie has an incredible 900 HP. So you're gonna see how I utilize her in this raid, even though I didn't really need her for this raid or my archer queen. So first things first, I'm gonna send in a few barbarians and then a wall breaker to trigger the clan castle. I find that there's nothing inside, so I can then go on and safely remove the buildings on top, while sending in a pair of wall breakers to break through the northern walls. And then I'm gonna send in a few minions in multiple directions to test for air bombs, and then send in the rest of my minions safely to target that wizard tower as planned, and send in more barbarians inside that compartment. And then I'm going to send in my Valkyrie with those barbarians, because the Valkyrie has a similar directional AI to the barbarians. And then you can see the Valkyrie, what the Valkyrie is all about. She tanks damages as she's taking those damages from the Teslas and Expos, as my archers safely take the dark elixir storage. If you didn't see that properly, here's another instant replay of her in action. So basically, break into the layer, remove the wizard tower, send in my barbarians and then archers behind them, bring in my Valkyrie and then the rest of my barbarians and archers. And there you can see the Valkyrie taking damage from those 3 Teslas and those 2 Expos, as my archers and archer queens safely steal all the dark elixir. Great.